let's get the call started. Who's first with the first morning quote of the morning?
All right, I'll go. Lunch, mama. Okay. Let's get 6 and 7 going today.
Let's get it.
Number 6, ask for the sale. Once you're confident in the solution you're providing to the buyer and their company, it's time to ask for the sale. Make the buyer feel more comfortable, but don't be afraid to communicate any urgency you might be feeling to move the deal forward. Number 7, arrange next steps. Gather the contact information for the person responsible for signing the contract and any additional paperwork. Then set your new customer up for success with resources and information about how to implement their new solution. It's always a good idea to make a personal handoff to a customer success representative who will take over their experience. That way you know that they won't fall through the cracks.
Right on, right on. Give us some context there.
Well, obviously, if you did a good job in the beginning, you make the customer feel comfortable, then you're ready to move on to the close when you know it's time, and go through everything like you said, transparency. Tell them everything they need to know about the installation, about downloading all the apps that they need to do, and get their installation going.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what? Listen, again, I want to thank you for bringing such great quotes to the call, and not only just giving us a quote, but also giving us some training as well, right? But let me get into that, because what I keep thinking about, when I hear what you just read off to me, I think about the fact that, we often got to make sure that we make the hard things look easy, right? So when I get on the phone with a customer, when I knock at a customer's door, when I'm speaking to, whoever I'm speaking to, or they have a problem and they come to me to fix it, I like to try to make sure I make the hard things look easy. Why? Because people appreciate that. They don't want to be, if you need a plumber and you go to, and you call up a plumber and you tell them what your problem is, it's because you already feel like it was hard. You're willing to trade your money now for someone who can make this thing look easy and get this work done. So what you're looking for is the ease of it. You're looking for, hey, how soon can you get to my house, right? Can you take care of the problem? How fast can you take care of it, right? And that's what you're exchanging your money for. A person who can make the hard things look easy, right? And it's the same thing inside of sales. I try to make sure that the hard things look easy. When I'm speaking to a customer, I listen for things like, hey, I thank you. I appreciate you. Well, that was quick. Is that it? Okay, great. Thank you for setting me up so fast. Thank you for, for making sure that, thank you. I'll give you a call. I got other people that may want to sign up. I listen for all of that, because that lets me know that I'm doing a better and better job. Because the true measure of success is to be able to kind of measure your success and just literally be able to say to yourself, I'm getting faster. I'm getting better, because success loves speed, guys. But that quote just, it sends me somewhere else, really, because I really think that we can learn a lot from that. Just making sure that we make the hard things look easy in terms of sales, that is. And, I guess you could take it to life too. But thank you for that, Ron. Drop that inside the Telegram. I didn't hear it ting yet.
It's in there.
Alive and alert. Alive and alert. Who's next, guys?
Maybe it must be me then.
Alive and alert.
The easiest, fastest, and best way to find out what is or isn't working is to pay attention to the results that you are currently producing. Jack Canfield.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
So,
why did that resonate with you?
Huh?
Why did that resonate with you?
Because if you don't see any results, you're not producing. So, and that's the best way to know when you're not producing, if you don't see results.
I love it. I love it, mommy. I love it. it goes right along with what I was just trying to say, to be totally honest with you. You have to measure your success. You have to measure it. And the only way you can really measure it is just look at your results, right? Are you getting the results or are you not? And you got to be brutally honest with yourself. I don't care who's trying to blow smoke up your ass. You can't listen to them, right? You got to really take it to heart and say to yourself, am I getting the results or am I not getting the results? If I am not getting the results, then I have to buckle down and I have to do what's going to be best. And I got to rearrange things. If not, then, if you are getting the results, then you still got to take a harsh look at this. So you know what? What's going to sustain these results? Do I have the system? I love it. Thank you for that. Right? Drop that inside a Telegram. They need it. They need it. They need it.
It's in there.
Bring us home, Mish.
Yep. Okay. Just short and simple. It's better to be a tired winner than a rested loser. That's by Unknown.
It's better to be a tired loser.
It's better to be a tired winner than a rested loser.
Why did that resonate with you?
You just understand, well, sometimes when you're going after success, you're going to lose sleep. So it's either you want to rest up and lose out on success, or you're just going to have to be tired and drink some coffee or Red Bull or whatever.
I absolutely love that quote. I absolutely love that quote. You guys know that here at Bridge the Gap Marketing, we subscribe to hard work. Bottom line, we subscribe to hard work. And as much as people don't like that word, right? They want to say, I work smarter. No. There has to be there has to be a combination of your hard work mixed with you being able to work smart, right? To be totally honest with you, I'm a fan of hard work. We study successful people on this call each and every morning, right? I listen to some of the most positive, most high producing people. I listen to their quotes. I'm on YouTube listening to their speeches, right? I'm literally getting mentored by all of the things that I hear, right? But the one thing that I know that they all have in common is that they all work hard. No one produces anything by sitting on the couch. So I'm under the belief that you have to subscribe to working hard if you want things, right? I think it was Steve Harvey just before this call came on. He said something that really piqued my interest, when he was telling the story. And the guy asked his grandmother, like, do you know who such and such is? And he's like, no, and he's like, well, the reason why you don't know him is because he didn't leave you anything. Now when you walk away from here, his grandmother was passing away, but she was encouraging him to make sure that he live his life in such a way that his grandkids would know his name. And for me, that resonates because, they're just, inside of my family, I've just, we talk about them, we get a chance to cherish them in memory, but, I want to see some greatness too. I want to know where I come from. I know you guys want to know where you come from, so I love that. I love that, guys. Great quotes this morning. Give it up. I gotta make some noise for that. All right, guys. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make sure that we get into the training. Give me 1 second here. Sorry for iTunes. I do not need to do that. All right, 2 minutes and 55 seconds, not leaving messages. Let's try.
Not leaving a message could be a major mistake. More salespeople do this than don't. They don't leave a message. Oh, I don't want to leave a message. This is the thinking, the logic, the reason. I don't want to leave a message because then they'll feel like I'm desperate and I've called them so many times and I don't want to leave a message. Why not? You are desperate. Who are you kidding? Are you hungry for business? Then let people know it. I don't know why so many people are hiding behind this. Oh, I don't want to make people think I'm too desperate. Look, I'm trying to grow my business. I'm desperate. Every time I call someone, every time I will leave a message. Every time I go across town and visit someone, I'm going to leave a card with somebody. If I go there 3 times in one day, which I have, I've left a card every time. Please let him know. First visit, second visit, third visit, okay? I actually had a client from Salt Lake City call me recently and say, my owner of my company told me a story about you. 20 years ago, Grant, you came to our offices, cold, walked in cold, stayed there 1 hour while you waited. He didn't show up. The next day, they closed the shop. Everybody had to leave. I left. I went back to my hotel. The next morning, I was there again, waiting for that same client, okay? Didn't get to see him that day. Went back there the next morning, okay? Didn't see him that day. I was in that town 7 days. Every day I went by there. The last 3 days, I went by there twice. Never got his business, never earned his business. Okay, is that crazy? Visit the man's office in person 10 times in 7 days. Spend my money, my time, my energy. Never saw me. 20 years later, for the last 20 years, he's been telling his organization about Grant Cardone always left a message. Grant Cardone would leave a message. I'm back again. Here I am again. Here I am again. What am I doing? I'm the stream. I'm the stream. I'm there all the time. Always leave. Whether you're in person, whether you're on the phone, never make anybody feel bad on those messages. Just leave a message. Hey, I'm giving you a call. I know you're busy. Just want to give you a call. Don't mean to pester you. Just want to leave a message. This is Grant. Here's my number. Always leave your number in there as well. Now, if you're calling their cell, probably don't need to leave a message today because he's going to block you here in a little bit because he's going to realize he's not going away. That's why you need a variety, because when they say no to calls, Grant, I don't want to hear from you anymore. You need to mix it up and figure out another way. But not leaving a message is a mistake. Always, always, always leave a message. Because if you don't leave a message, then do they know anything even happened? Or do you sound like a quitter? They see your number come in and then you just ended it. Sounds like a quitter to me. That's what I see. Oh, he doesn't believe in it enough to follow up. Always leave a message. I don't care how many calls you make. Always, always, always leave a message.
Juicy, juicy. All right, guys, let's see if we're picking up what he's putting down this morning.
Not leaving a message could be a major mistake. More salespeople do this than don't. They don't leave a message.
All right, let's get the quiz started, guys. True or false? Desperation goes hand in hand with the hunger and desire to grow a business. Is that true or is that false?
True.
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 Okay. How often should you leave messages? Often, always, sometimes, or never?
Always.
Always.
If you don't leave a message, what impressions form in the mind of the prospect? Is it A, you are forgettable? B, your belief isn't strong enough? Is it C, you're a quitter? Or is it D, all of the above?
All of the above.
C.
All the above.
All right. So we got 2 D's and we got 1 C. Majority, I say majority wins, unless anybody wanna correct.
Wait. If you
Let's
don't
go.
leave a message, good impression.
C is the right answer.
C. I'll go with C.
Again, Quincy, say the answers again. Let's hear that.
All right. So listen, if you don't leave a message, what impressions form in the mind of the prospect? Is it A, you're forgettable? Is it B, your belief isn't strong enough? Is it C, you're a quitter? Or is it D, all of the above?
You're a quitter.
All right.
No,
We got,
I'm going with all of the above. I ain't changing my answer. No.
all right. So listen, then we got to go with the majority now because the majority is C. So
C.
we go with C. You guys sure? All right, let's get it. Drum roll, please. We need it.
Missed it.
All right, listen. Second guessing yourself will always do you harm, right? But the good news is that we learned. What did we learn, guys? What did we learn from our 67% this morning?
Wait, what was the correct answer on the last one?
The correct. So you're right.
Huh?
You were right.
Oh, okay. There you go. All right. Very good. Well, listen, obviously the persistence is the message here. You got to be persistent. Okay, you have to be persistent. You can't quit. You quit, you might as well just do something else in sales. Can't quit.
Absolutely. You know, sales is the land of the undeniable, right? It's where you almost have to be delirious about your product, your belief in yourself. You know, you got to have the type of courage that, you know, that you only really see in movies, right? You got to make sure that you never give up on yourself. And I love when Grant says that not leaving a message is quitting, because that resonates with me big time. I try to make sure I always leave a message. Matter of fact, I practice my message voice, right? And when I leave a message, I leave a clear, precise, um, 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 I do it with an intention to make sure that the customer feels like I'm a warm body on the other end of the call, and they can give me a call back. I let them know to follow up. I ask them how they're doing, right? And I do this all within maybe 10 to 20 seconds because I need to be quick, right? I need to keep a certain pace with it. But again, I just love what he said. Not leaving a message is quitting. And I'm going to take that with me today, right? And I'm hoping that everybody gets that. Anybody who listens to this, right? Because that is a major message. Definitely a tool for your tool belt. What else? Anybody pick anything else up?
And he said, just don't leave the same message all the time. Have a variety of messages, which that's why I find myself doing a lot of times, leaving message. If I have to leave them 2 or 3, I try not to leave them the same message twice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, it gets hard when you follow up with a customer 2 or 3 times. You definitely can't leave the same message. You got to make sure that you interest them and bring it home. I love it. I love it. Did anybody pick up on when he said never make the customer feel bad?
I thought that's what he was talking about when he said leaving them the same message all the time.
Yeah. You know, well, what I took away from that portion is that, you know, how oftentimes you can get on the phone and you can almost get aggravated with your customer. You can literally, you can literally make your customer feel bad and you don't know that you're doing it. Matter of fact, you think you're doing it as a technique. Like, hey man, listen, I know you're busy, but you know, just 5 minutes of your time, man, 5 minutes of your time for you, man. Listen, you know, I know you bit, you know, and you're almost having people, you're making people feel bad for being busy. And you shouldn't feel bad for being busy because the busy person always feels bad anyway. The busy person knows that you need them. You know what I'm saying? You know, and if they can't pick up the call, and I'm sure each and every one of you guys can contest to this, right? Because it's been times before where you've been busy and someone calls you and you want to pick up the call, but you can't pick up the call. So you try to text them back as fast as possible, but maybe you can't even text at the time, right? But by the time you get there, they done left you a voicemail. And then you listen to the voicemail and it's, you know, and it's something else that makes you feel even worse about not picking up that person's call. What that does to the person on the other end of that phone is that turns them off completely. Who wants to call that person back now? You know, because you know what you just did? You just made them call back and want to apologize to you. And anybody who has to start off the conversation with an apology is obviously sorry. And I don't know if that is the way to do business. I don't know if that's the way to get you know, your customer in the best mood possible for whatever it is that you're trying to sell or whatever it is, whatever product you're trying to deliver. So, you know, that was just big for me. Never make anyone feel bad when you're leaving a message. Make sure that you leave a message because if not, you're quitting. So I think some big takeaways today, guys, right? And even though we got a 67, we definitely earned that. We definitely earned it, but we also learned a lot. So an amazing morning. Guys, hope this got your call. I hope this got your morning started. We'll see you again tomorrow. Live and alert. Live and alert.